Pastor, how you guys been operating?
Well, as we were talking off the air, our last Sunday was the first Sunday of March. So for the past 14 weeks, we've been online, and we've been doing stuff through Facebook Live,
Right.
YouTube Live.
Which
so,
I watch, and I dig it. I dig it.
So I feel like we're trying to get better at that. And, well, honestly, one of the big shifts that we're going to move to with our language is that we're an online church that happens to have a physical location. And one of the things that we really were praying hard and talking about as a staff yesterday is just looking for a location to meet, since the movie theater is not an option. Basically, almost all the churches here in Clarksville have opened up now. I believe.
Do you get jealous of that?
I don't get jealous, but I really do hear from a lot of people that they miss.
Of course.
Miss the camaraderie. I think it's been good going digital for all the churches, because a lot of people who are unchurched people think, well, they're only rushing to get back together so that they can pass a plate and get money.
Yeah.
And that's not.
Have you guys seen a hit in donations?
I will say the first 2 months we didn't.
Yeah.
We have now. The hit we've had in donations has been about what we've been paying for rent at the movie theater. So everything's working out.
Okay. That makes sense.
And what's so cool is, since we're a little over the 2 months before us not paying the rent, we've been donating a lot of money towards Manna Cafe and being able to help out people or helping out people in Clarksville, Tennessee. So. You got a tickle?
Yeah, I do. It's in my wallet. Tickle my
Oh
wallet.
my gosh. So anyway.
Oh wait, those are just moths. I got moths.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, we've helped out a lot of people. Whether, like I say, be Manna Cafe, helping people with their mortgages, helping people with grocery bills. We want to be for Clarksville.
Okay.
And it's one of the things we always say. The churches, for the longest time, we've been known for what we're against. In the Bible, I don't see that Jesus, God, is against anyone. For God so loved the world. That's the biggest for ever. God is for us all. So we want to be that as well for our community.
Now, I get it, and I'm a Christian. Jesus Christ, my Lord and personal Savior. I got no qualms, no hesitations in saying that. You know, He's the boss. I'm the horse. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what. You know, hypocrisy. You know, how do you handle hypocrisy with Christians?
Yeah. Well, the first one I handle hypocrisy with the Christians is with me. I, as a pastor, every time I get up to preach, I always try to look at my own life and am I living this? And sometimes I'm just not. Sometimes I'm my biggest, worst enemy.
Yeah.
So, the person who says, I don't go to church because it's full of hypocrites.
Right.
Yes, you're exactly right. There are. What's your next excuse? Because here's what I know. If they're not a Christian, they're not going to church. We're all hypocrites. We all struggle with our walk and our talk not matching up. And I think where we've missed in this community, in this culture, especially the cancel culture we're in today, is grace and mercy. Because all of us, we all struggle. And those that say that we don't, we're just got nose plugs on us because our stuff stinks too.
Right. Just like from the book of Elvis, have mercy. What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Have mercy.
Maybe reference that one.
Oh, not Elvis. The book of Jesse, Uncle Jesse. Have mercy.
Oh, you talking about like Dukes of Hazzard?
No, Uncle Jesse Kostopoulos from Full House.
I never watched Full House. I apologize.
Wah, wah, wah. Hey, sometimes they're good ones. Sometimes they suck.
Sometimes they're not. That's exactly.
Pastor, I got a question maybe you can help out with.
Sure.
I want you to wrap the news.
Oh, dear Lord.
Okay.
I can beatbox the news. How about I do that?
No. But I'll tell you what. That song wasn't supposed to pop up. That music then. Us rapping the news was not supposed to happen right then and there. I was actually supposed to ask you a very serious question.
Okay.
When it comes to, I know, bad timing on my part. Okay. I've been seeing these stories left and right popping up slowly, like almost like popcorn popping in the microwave.
Sure.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. There's arguments going on, and they're getting heated, and it's getting physical when people are arguing over the color of Christ. What do you recommend? What do you say?
I think people on both sides are idiots.
Okay.
And here, let me tell you the reason why. Jesus was not white.
Uh-huh.
I know that for a fact. And I also know for a fact that Jesus was not black.
How do you know all this?
Because Jesus, he is a Jew. He was born in a Middle Eastern culture.
Now, you're a biblical historian as well, pretty much.
I am.
Right.
So,
college trained. And
one of the
bit.
things, well, I've been to seminary. I have my master's of theology at Dallas Theological Seminary. So, we have to contextualize the Bible. And many times we want to be able to read in 2020 and our thoughts and our culture into the Bible, and that's bad. It's called eisegesis, and it literally means to read into.
Okay.
We want to exegete, and that means we want to draw truth from. So one of the things in Luke chapter 2, it talks about the birth of Jesus Christ. It says, so Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth to Galilee to Bethlehem in the town of David, because he belonged to the house and the line of David. So that right there gives us the context and the culture that he is a Jew. So if you want to figure out...
So why aren't they saying, why isn't the argument that David is white or David is black? How come that's not even part of the conversation then?
I think
direct descendant.
I think it's a great question, because again, I think if you're white and you're thinking Jesus is white, you're wrong. And if you're African American, if you think Jesus is black, you're wrong.
Just
if you want to look
by the book.
If you want to figure out kind of what Jesus looks like, he was of Middle Eastern descent. So if you go over to Iraq, you go over to just the Middle East, that's the type of color that Jesus had. But here's what's so interesting. If I could say this, I just brought up Luke chapter 2. Right?
Yeah.
And we always talk about peanuts, and when Linus tells his story, talk about
the
Christmas story. He says, but the angel said to them, talking about the shepherds, do not be afraid. There's a lot of fear going on in our culture right now. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for how many people? All people. And that's what's so cool about Jesus. It doesn't matter if you're white or if you're African American or if you're Native American. Jesus came for all people. And that's the good news of it. So to try to contextualize Jesus that he's my skin color or we're missing the point. I like what one person said, that God created us in his image, and unfortunately we have returned the favor. And see, we are all made in the image of God. So, and he came for everyone. So, I like that. Good news.
Yeah, you definitely do miss preaching in front of people.
That's
for sure. I love it.
Thank you, my friend.
No, I appreciate that response. It's because you got to calm down. I'm predicting this. You're going to see more, and once the news starts reporting on it a lot more, you're going to see there's this next cultural phase where it's not staring down statues of Confederate soldiers or even abolitionists or Lincoln. It's coming for religion next.
Absolutely.
Like in Boston, the tearing down of the statue of Mary. And I know you didn't hear about it, but
whoa, really?
Yeah, right. And said Mary was black. Right. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's move forward. Okay.
That's pretty deep.
I know.
We're getting pretty deep.
I know. Pastor Chris, can you rap all that again? can you give it a shot? Come on.
I can beatbox. I can't rap.
The entire chapter. Chapter 2. Luke.
All right.
Jesus. He was not white or black. He was Asian, and yes, not like Kim Jong-un, but yes, more like Middle Eastern. Okay. Technically, I mean, that's a part of Asia, right? What do you think you hear today?
Mind if I add to that?
Yes.
So, within one of the words in Scrabble, I'm just kidding. You could tell where people have panicked, and it's a record sales of Bibles.
Yeah,
that are out there. So
and guns.
And guns.
Yeah.
So Bibles and guns. It is Tennessee. Tennesseans love their guns. Mm-hmm. Stewart County is the most armed county in the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
In the United States?
Wow.
I think Alexa,
what is the most armed county in the United States?
Here's something I found on the web. According to PressReader.com, Lake County Sheriff's Lieutenant Michael Martin, the group's president, said arming teachers adds more stress to an after-school
Alexa, see, fake news, Alexa. Okay, fake news, Alexa, shush.
That was very off topic from the question you asked.
But that's the thing.
computer.
Media has got a bias and agenda, and that's just another straight example. It's never ending.
I'll simply say this.
I love that
You
movie.
mentioned about the Bibles, uptick in Bible sales. If you haven't already, you can go to the Google Play or the App Store, and there's something called the Bible app. In fact, I'm on it right now.
Yeah.
And it's a free download. Yeah. And it's such a good way to be able to read your Bible, and it costs nothing.
Right.
So, yeah.
I downloaded the Torah app. It's great.
Okay.
That's right. I go right to left on it. I just swipe left.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, how about that? How about that joke that kid told
Well,
me?
you know, the Hebrew Scriptures you read different than it reads right to left. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like some manga, animation books.
Okay.
Okay.
Going into the nerd. Cynthia, real quick though, before we move on. Yes. How does Moses make his coffee?
With grace.
No.
I don't know.
He brews it.
Didn't.
Get it?
No.
He brews it. He brews.
I can't. I cannot.
Yeah.
Listen, it was a kid joke. A kid told me that joke. I was proud of him.
What about this? How do you make holy water?
How do you make holy water?
You boil the hell out of it.
Oh.
Oh,
Shane, you got anything? This is your department.
You guys pretty much took all the good.
All the
Hey, I'm a pastor. I got about 22,000 more jokes.
I love it. I love it. All right. So coming up next, who is the Chinook pilot from that Bin Laden capture mission that is now running for Tennessee State Senate District 22? Yeah, let's talk to Doug. Let's hear his story. That's next on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
Hi there, this is Hannah Price with Voice of Choice, and oh my God, I'm here with the best interviewer I've ever met. Joe Padula Show, absolutely.